Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and yeah, it's been a weird journey with this illness that I'm facing, where I seem to be struggling with combinations of getting better and then worse and better and then worse, and I really can't figure out what's actually causing it to all happen. Um, I, I really wish I knew. Um, yeah, I really wish I knew. Um, yeah. So anyway, the plan at the moment is to can try and complete my journey through Beachhead. Um, I completed much of the Beachhead expedition in my first session yesterday, way more than I thought I would. And according to the No Man's Sky rumor mill, in a couple of weeks there's going to be another um, expedition, probably um, in a couple of weeks. So phase one is complete, phase two is complete, phase three. So complete three um, missions. So I need to go up. Fleet command online. Debrief the commander. So I have now completed 3 fleet expeditions. So if I go to the expedition page, collect reward. Frigate fuel, mineral compressor, explosive drones, and a holographic analyzer. I don't know what any of those are. Well, I know what the frigate fuel is. Did it put it in my storage container? No, I don't know where it put it. So the Viking effigy can go in my storage container. Consumable frigate upgrade. Are there temporary frigate upgrades for single expeditions? Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So now... Nino Warrit. Hyperdrive has no fuel. So the hyperdrive is fueled by
technology recharge.
warp hypercores, an antimatter, and a storm crystal. Okay. The other way of fueling it, oh, don't know, but let's... Not the save beacon I want to head to. And it's not the person's base I want to head to. Okay. 3 things I would like to see improved. Okay, let's make this an actual list. The first one is when flying around a planetary system, the ability to find planets should be fixed. The ability to turn off other players' bases or save points, bases, save points. Why can't I type at the moment? Save points or comms beacons as a toggle to be able to focus on mission goals. So just push a button so that all of the stuff that other players had put down. So just as a toggle, like Control Shift P, and all of the player created stuff went away, and then Control Shift P would turn it back on. That would be fine. And what was the other one I kept flagging? I mentioned it several times yesterday. Oh, mission / goal track locking, so that, for example, if I'm tracking Rendezvous 3, I could lock that in, and even if it appeared on the screen below where it was then, so if I went into the expedition and, like, this is actually selected, but if I went in here, this is what's pinned. I've got this pinned. It should be constantly appearing as my pinned thing, and then if even above that it had the thing where it was like, here's other goals you might want to focus on, it should still be a pinned thing, even just smaller text right at the bottom of the screen. Oh, okay. So I can't even see the ground. I don't know if I'm over water or land. See, it was way too far away. But there was water in that area. One hell of a storm.
Received.
1,000 nanites, 160 quicksilver, and 5 inventory slots. Buried mineral formation.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Good.
Extreme temperature detected.
No kidding, Sherlock. That phosphorus I bought quite cheaply.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Phase 3 complete. If I complete it, I get a Fleet Commander's Cape customization. Okay. Phase 3. Done. Buried cache location. Well, one man's treasure. I don't know what the buried cache contained. Possibly that. Blue firework, red firework, green firework. I don't even know what the materials to craft it were. Just some ferrite dust. Okay. Discover systems. Now, this is going to be the tricky one. From everything I've heard. I don't know if I should be doing this in my capital ship or in my actual ship. This is a point.
Item received.
Because my freighter can't jump. So, and I don't have indium or anything. That may have been a mistake. I don't have cadmium either. Oh, I do have cadmium.
Technology
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, crap. A cadmium and a chromatic metal gives me 2 cadmium. So what I want to install is that. How do I get indium is the question. Do I have any indium? I don't have any indium. Silver and silver, gold, and indium make chromatic metal. I need to get indium, but in order to get indium, I need at least 1 indium. So it's given me this technology module. See, this one I've got, but I need some indium to make it work. But in order to get indium, you need to be able to go to a green system, and I can't go to a green system because I mean, unless I can buy indium here? Okay, so this is going to be a problem. There's definitely no indium on any of these because the system doesn't have the right sun type, and I can't get to a system with the right sun type. So why give me an engine I can't make? There is no chance I'm going to be able to get indium, is there? I mean, this is a gut shot. No. No, I'm at the maximum slot for my class, so... Okay, I can't even upgrade my multi-tool. So... So I'm going to have to do this with the crappy freighter I've got, and there's nothing I can do about that. And just hope I can get enough warp fuel. This is going to be rough. What's the warp range of my current ship? 1.0. That's not what I want to use. So first discovered by someone else, so this isn't going to cut it. Hey, Chip. First discovered by someone else. Not going to cut it. Discovered by someone else. I could be doing this for hours. Especially as I can't travel to some of these systems. And I'm going to run out of warp fuel at some point. And then going to have to warp back. And I forgot to note which system was the second rendezvous. Oh, this is going to be rough. First contact. So if I go here, I'm the first one to come to this system. Now, does that mean I need to leave in a ship? Oh, this feels weird. I don't think it does. So I want to stay in this approximate area. Because this is an area... Well, I found one system in this area that people haven't been to. So it's possible that there's other systems in this area that people haven't been to. First contact. Hi, butterfly. So what I should be doing. Just because I can. Life incompatible, rainy, frostbound, freezing, and frostbound. This is a cold system. Tomanif Elja. Okay, this has been visited before. Hyperdrive has no fuel. That is a fixable problem. So, how do I make warp hypercores? Antimatter and I can't make those. So what else can I use to fuel it? Warp cells. How do you make warp cells? Antimatter housing and antimatter. But for now, let's just power this up with the warp hypercore I've got. So that's what storm crystals are for. That's why storm crystals are valuable. Organusk. Off to Organusk. How are both Chip and Butterfly? Oh no. I seem to have run out of luck. I have to admit, I'm not a fan of this. Because it's really just warp around and hope. Taking you further and further off the place you need to be. Yeah, this... So I've got to discover 8 new systems. So 8 systems that no player has been to before. But of course, everyone is trying to do this. So here's a first contact system. So I'm looking for 8 systems that no player has been to before. Misty, Glacial, and Rainy. I'm going to save my progress. The problem, of course, is every player is trying to do it, and we're just moving further and further away from the place we need to be at in order to try and find 8 systems that no player has been to before, and it's just pot luck. And it's given me the ability to build a drive where I can go to any system, not just yellow systems. But there's a particular item I need in order to be able to do that. Actually, I wonder. No, you need the actual resources, and I don't have them. And I just wasted one of my warp hypercores. I'm screwed. I was wondering if I could use repair kits for it to install the technology, but I can't. And there's no way I can't get the indium. So giving me the technology is dumb, and I just wasted one of my... So why give me the ability to make a blue drive, which is the thing that allows you to travel anywhere, if in order to make a blue drive you need something that comes from I think it's a green system, but to get to a green system you need something that comes from a red system, so I've got to make all the drives on the way, which I can't build because you don't give me enough materials to... It, yeah, you just got to travel around and hope no one's been there before. With a limited resource, you can't restock, and I just wasted a bunch of resource because. See, the problem is, and this is what has screwed me here. In the base parts, they gave us this drive, which is the most powerful drive. So normally you have to go down this chain and get, I think it's 4, 8, and then 16 of these salvage frigate modules, which are hard to get, and then you've got to build the drives. The problem is you need this drive in order to get the materials to build this drive, in order to get the materials to build this drive. So just giving me this, I need the indium, but to get the indium, I need the materials from this location, which I need the materials from this location. So I'd need to do the 30 hours of play or whatever to be able to get the indium in order to build this drive anyway. So giving me the drive was completely useless, and I've wasted a whole bunch of material, fuel, trying to build the drive that doesn't actually work anyway. So I've left myself in this huge hole because they've basically teased you. First contact. But once I'm out of fuel, and I'm down to 20%, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. So what I should be doing here, let's do some... Let's go to Imperious Zidge and hope. Yeah, I think this one is dumb. New Bloss. Ooh, it's a paradise planet here. What's to bet it's absolutely perfect and I'll never see it. I mean, I could make a note. What was it? It was... systems, paradise, planet at Imperious Zidge. It's possible on my main save I could potentially return here. I don't know. First contact. So that got me my 8 systems. Great. Terraforming catastrophe. Please give me fuel. Supreme hyperdrive upgrade, Starship inventory slot, Supreme mining beam upgrade. I don't even think I've got a hyperdrive on my ship. I haven't. Because I'm warping in my freighter. And what was the other thing I got? I got a Supreme Mining Beam module, which will be better than that one. There we go. So let's save. Yeah, not a fan of that one, I have to say. But it was, I mean, what is it? It's 43 minutes into the session. I've done a couple of things, so it's not... So I am going to need to make some warp fuel, I'm sure, because my freighter is down to 0%. So I need to make a bunch of chromatic metal. So let's make a bunch of chromatic metal. This is going to take some time. So personal refiner. I want to put in copper. So, make an antimatter, make a warp cell.
Product constructed. Product constructed. Technology recharge.
They have a lot to make a few of those.
Product constructed.
What?
Technology recharge.
Okay. So now I need to get to the 4th rendezvous, which I moved a long way off. a long way off. Getting closer. And that's the destination. Discovered by Hello Games. Hey, dude, why are we just flying back and forth? I don't know. I really don't know. So, I took some notes about things that I thought should be improved in No Man's Sky. So far, I've got 3 things that I think would be phenomenal. 1, when flying around a planetary system, the ability to just tag a planet and have it appear on your tracker. So if you're looking for the planet, like if you go to your Discoveries tab and say, I'm looking for New Bajaro, the ability to tag that and then have it appear on your HUD so you can mark it or it becomes a point of interest that you can then fly straight to, I think would be absolutely stunning. That would just fix so many problems. Secondly is the ability, if you're doing something like an expedition, to have a toggle where you can turn on and off other players' pins on the location. Still have the bases there and everything, but have it that it doesn't automatically interact with them and they don't interfere with your traveling or anything, because so often I can't scan a planet or anything because there is a player base or anything that is just in the way. The ability to just turn them off. And the last one is the mission goal tracking. Whereas if I pin something, have it appear below the current mission, so in that place where it just disappeared. I'm tracking Rendezvous 4. Don't have it disappear like that. Have that as something that is just there. And then have your clever AI driven this is where it's sending me and I can't land. Well, this is dog shit. Have it that you can see the Rendezvous 4 there. Have it just appear below it with simplified text and your progress. See, the other players save beacons. It's like, you want to be over here. It's like, how about discovering it on my own?
Extreme night temperature detected.
66 for this game is not extreme. This direction.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
There's the portal.
Units received.
Hang on, this was a hot planet, now it's freezing. Now it's hot again. Okay, this is a weird planet. What sort of planet is this? It's a desolate planet.
Units received. Units received. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
That phosphorus I bought. Where was that save point I had?
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Okay, so what comes next? Expedition. First of all, I collect the reward for Rendezvous 4. 1,000 nanites, 160 quicksilver, and more inventory slots. Great.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Oh, this place is insane. And then this gives me the Golden First Spawn Battle Mask. Whatever that is. Cool. Phase 5. Reach the final rendezvous. Okay. Here we go, into the wild purple yonder. Whoa! Hey, dude. Here we go to Gamiha. To Gamiha. Gamiha, ha, ha. What I should have done is on the system that had the... I might try and make a note and see if I can remember it. Try to return and get portal coords. I could always potentially do that by returning to this save later. I think. I should have scanned the system. I didn't. No! Okay, let's scan the system. This was telling me I need to scan the system. Dead planet, high energy planet, abandoned planet, noxious planet, supercritical planet, and rainy planet. I like rainy planets, although when their storms are extreme, that's a bit of a problem. Let's just fly directly away. And then turn. I can't regulate my body temperature. So weird. But I still don't know what these encrypted ones are. There's the portal.
Units received. Units received.
Reached the final rendezvous. Great, now what? Collect reward. Historic... Oh, now I get the historiographical dosimeter. Transmit historiographical... See, I'm trying to read it and it goes away. This is why this should not happen. Transmit historiographical readings to Nada. Reward, great, whatever. Living slime, great. Select other milestone. Nada has detected renegade pattern emerging for stories of Get Korvax and Viking. They believe this echo is communication out of anomalous. First is planetary charts. So is it these? Well, that's distress signals. It's not distress signals I'm after. It's artifact sites. It says my ship is over there, but where? I'm not seeing it. Oh, it's over there. It's not that far away. Alien cartographic data.
Product received.
There's a planet right in front of me. Let's go there. It's got things growing on it. Most toxic atmosphere. I know these things have been discovered by other people first, but I can't help myself. I love doing this stuff. Okay. Did I actually need to do that, or would this have allowed me to... No, that doesn't allow me to do it. So... That was really damn close, wasn't it? A small winged creature lands on the very top of the monolith. Suddenly its eyes glow red and its head revolves in a full circle and screams for mercy in an ancient voice that wants itself dead. The poor animal is clearly broken its neck, but some power of possession still animates it. Ew. Ew. I reckon there's going to be breach planets. They're going to be the new type of planet that comes in Worlds Part 2, and this is all leading up to it. All of these last two expeditions have added the concepts of these weird breaches and stuff happening. These all seem pretty close, but could you imagine just trying to find them without the navigation points? We are the masters of the galaxies. We are the masters of galaxies. The overlords of the cosmos. Each foe will submit with bended knee to the almighty Gektor minion. Historical barrier failure detected. Decoding flux frequency. A perfect unique fusion. 2 minds, 2 cultures, 2 uses, 2 fates. It's probably also really close, but again, could you imagine trying to find it without having a pointer, just wandering in a random direction looking for a small thing? How far away is it? Nope. Actually, I don't know how far away that one is, because I can't tag it because there's a communication station in that direction. That one seems to be actually quite a way away. Yep, that one was a lot further away. I would never have found that one. That one would have taken me a lot of walking. I mean, there would have been others that were closer, but this is the thing with random. It's random. I look upon the ancient relic. A strange feeling grips hold of me. My vision begins to swim. I am here, but not here. The ancient structure swings open to reveal a body encased in ice. It is a patchwork of different body parts. Its ragged beak appears to have been stitched on animal gut. Handwritten sign in the language of the ancient traders can be seen above the body's head. Some sort of fuel would most likely melt the ice. I'm just going to take a decimeter reading. A weapon, but more than that, an icon of... I have read the flux. Don't know why I want the living slime, but I have the living slime. Acquire the myth beacon. Quicksilver synthesis. Okay. So I need to go to the space anomaly. To the space anomaly! Anomaly, 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 anomaly. Anomaly, anomala, anomaly, anomala. I need a big metal sphere. Boom. How much quicksilver do I have in this safe? 845. Okay. And what is it I need? I need the myth beacon. I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. Costs 80.
Collectible received.
The beacon broadcasts a signal echo attuned to the historiographical flux mapped by Nada's traveller companions. Specialist Polo is unwilling to predict the results of broadcast. $600 nanites and residual goop. I don't know why I'm getting all the residual goop and stuff, but sure. Apollo has located a suitable site to deploy the myth beacon. Ooh. So, back to my frigate. Atelier Unis. New Gaganax, Udiame Miner, and new Nedosphere. Because everyone needs a new Nedosphere. Because if you've got an old Nedosphere, it's on Udia Miner. See, this is where it'd be cool to be able to turn off other players' stuff and not be spoiled. New planetary record. Strongest reality distortion? People have built bases here. I can't land. I don't know why I can't land. So a guy has built a base on top of it. That's the sort of stuff that should just be completely and utterly... This is why... Man... Is that part of this base? It'd have to be, wouldn't it? Now, they almost certainly have made their base computer inaccessible so that you can't report the base. Yeah, because you can't even find their base computer. I'm amazed they were able to... It's probably up the top there or something, I don't know. Just to be complete... And this is the sort of thing I wish Hello Games would just turn around and say not possible. Like, anything within, like, 500 of a main mission thing should just not be touchable. So their base computer is almost certainly up the top there, where you can't get to it, like I can't. And I'm going to die. And that's purely so you can't report their base and make it go away. So someone has deliberately been an absolute asshole. And it's the same with the message cubes. Okay, you can get up the top. Is this where their base computer is? They've hidden their base computer. At least they hadn't made it that the door is only accessible from one direction. But see, they've hidden their base computer. Although that may not have been it. There's probably a different one. I don't see how. That wasn't it either. 1,200 I'm cool with. 1,000. 148. It can't be that one, can it? Thing is, all of these bases would have been so close to each other. I don't know. Maybe this is actually a Hello Games base. I really don't understand it. But it is just terrible. I'm sorry, this doesn't feel like a... It feels like the entire experience has been ruined. From the wheel menu? I don't know what you mean, wheel menu. But what's the base called is the question. Which base is this? How do I know which base this is? Fair enough. Wasn't that one? Wasn't that one? These aren't disappearing. It was that one. Yeah, 1,000 would be fine. 1,500 would be better. I'm not seeing anything up. What's up? Oh, okay. There's the Normandy. But where was... Oh, let's just summon my ship to here if I can. I can't summon my ship. No, I can't summon my ship. Thanks, Brunsy. Sorry, I just find that, as I said, there's 3 things about No Man's Sky I would absolutely fix. I've already been through it twice this stream. But where am I headed? I'm headed to that. The first is the ability to toggle on and off stuff from other players. It's moving further away. What? Historical flush spice detected. The call was made. The call was something answered. I'm going to assume it was a swear word. The weapon is yours for Paragon or Renegade intent. SSV Normandy SR1 6 communication link established. An S-class frigate. Nice. I would definitely add that to my fleet. Beachhead Expedition decal plans, Beachhead Expedition banner, title Renegade, title Paragon, SSV Normandy SR1. So, yeah, as I've said, I would like the ability to turn on and off player markers, even if with a keybind. Just, I would, so that they don't appear on your HUD. I would like the ability to have, when I track a goal, it appears below the AI one, so it doesn't keep turning off. And when I would like the ability to go to my discoveries page, mark a planet, and have it appear on my HUD, and the ability to mark it with an E, and then fly straight to it. That's all I want. Those three things would take this game from being a 9 out of 10 to a 9.8. Expedition. So this gets me viscous fluids. Don't know why I want them. This gets me the expedition banner and everything, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm not asking for huge things. These are not big technical problems. They are displaying text and implementing things that already exist in the game, in other parts of the game, to massively improve. And I'm not talking about like turning around and saying I'll make it that player bases can be modified or anything. Just literally just turn off these player icons like the base markers and the communication markers and the save beacon markers. Just the ability to toggle them so that they do not display on your HUD while you're doing an expedition. That's it. So that's been completed. That's been completed. All of these. So the final phase. These are all completed. So now I do that. Congratulations, Travel. All primary expedition goals are complete. Your save will convert to a standard save. If you wish to continue, earned rewards can be collected on any save via the Quicksilver Synthesis Companion on the Space Anomaly. Accept. Is this Artemis? No idea. But this is now a standard save to the best of my knowledge. I have completed the so what I'm going to do is I'm going to board my capital. Board my capital ship. I mean, no one from Hello Games are ever going to see my videos, but these are small, simple solutions to problems that I think, like, I'm not the sort of, I mean, I do ask for big solutions because I think that they should be done. Did I just save? I think I did. I left my ship, so that should have saved, but I'm just going to lock that in anyway. Restore point saved. Options, quit to mode select. Yes. I'm not a huge fan of asking for big solutions to problems when a simple solution will do. It's the same over on my puzzle channel. I'm not a big fan of asking for like Sven to code big fixes into Sudoku pad to fix a problem when the big problem is setters just aren't prepared to take time to fix their puzzles before they publish them. That's not a Sven problem. That's a publisher problem. It's not up to a publisher to fix an author's work. That is not the way the world should work. If an author or if a creator doesn't care enough about their work to make it good enough for people to consume, that's something that people should care about with the creator. And it's the same with these. These are problems that are costing players huge amounts of time and frustration, particularly people with visual issues, people with mental issues. And by mental issues, I don't mean, oh, they're mental. I mean that people have different ways of thinking about spatial geometry, different ways of processing information. And if people are requiring information to be available to them for them to track it. This is why people have to-do lists. This is why people who are a little bit OCD or a little bit, or anything like that, they have coping mechanisms. And when those coping mechanisms are broken for them, like I make lists of what I need to do each day at work. And the quest tracker is my to-do list. And when I have something that is tracked and then it just says, oh, there's this other thing instead, it really hurts my brain. Like it's not physically painful, but it is mentally painful. It is, I need to do this thing. Where am I up to? Why is it not there? It is so breaking to me. It is almost as if someone is turning around and it's really hard to explain, but it is exhausting. And you are turning around and you are putting this field of breakingness in front of it. It is insulting and there's no, and for a game that is so wonderful, it is just a terrible thing to do to your player base. It is like, it is anxiety inducing, and it is literally the equivalent in some cases of going to someone who is desperately in need of medicine and then withholding it. It is incredibly uncomfortable. Um, and just turning around and saying, well, this isn't a problem for me, isn't an answer. It really, really isn't. Um, it's the sort of thing that causes the world to have huge amounts of problems. There are countries in the world that don't have drinkable water. Just because I live in a country that has drinkable water on tap doesn't mean that we shouldn't strive for everyone to have drinkable water. People die every day because they don't have access to drinkable water. Why is that good? Now, this is a video game. It's a first world problem. I understand it's a first world problem, but it's a really easy to fix first world problem. Fix it. Don't put people through stress in order to engage with your content. Similar with the tracking planets. With your spinning visual thing, it causes disorientation, particularly for someone like me. The ability to turn around and say, oh, there's an alien thing over there, I can mark it with E and then fly straight to it. That's great. Why can't I do that with something the size of a planet? It's insane. And the ability to turn off player things. Those three things right there would elevate this game so much. And I don't think they'll ever do it because it's not a problem to them. Because they're always playing in sandbox environments, so they never worry about the player things. The developers never see half of these problems, and it's not a mental problem they have. And they're the sort of, I can tell right now, they're the sort of people who turn around and say, well, I can run a marathon, so why would I need to build a ramp? And when they turn 70 and they can't deal with stairs, they're going to then complain that other people don't have ramps, when for years they never did. They never cared about it. No, always designed for the yeah, it's just terrible. And it is the thing that has taken No Man's Sky from being a phenomenal game. I mean, all games have little things like this, but these ones are so easy to fix. Yeah, I've turned around to for people who've said that they're interested in a game, and I've said No Man's Sky is definitely a game where I recommend you play it for a little bit. I mean, if you look at my beginning journey into No Man's Sky, I really I loved the concept, but my statement was very much along the lines of I didn't do I was terrified by expeditions at the beginning because my first 40 hours of gameplay in No Man's Sky I achieved what I can do in like an hour and a half in an expedition because I had no clue what was going on. It's just too overwhelming. I still find it too overwhelming. I still haven't looked at Exocraft. I still haven't looked at companions. I've still barely played with frigates. Um, yeah, and base building, I've still barely touched. These are what many people come to No Man's Sky for, and I've still barely touched them. And I've got hundreds of hours of play. Um, yeah, these are things that if people are being told, oh, I want to track this thing I want to do next, and then that thing goes away, players will stop doing it. This is what Brunsey was saying. If a new player comes to a game, marks a goal that they want to achieve, and then that goal is not being tracked, they will turn around and say, this game doesn't value me, and they will stop playing. And considering if that happens to them in the first 2 hours of the game, they should just ask for a refund. They absolutely should ask for a refund. Um, and these are the other player things you can avoid by not doing expeditions. And by the time most people should start doing expeditions, I think you can work around them. But the two around being able to track planets and not having your quest log change on you, I think those two things right there, just simple text on screen tracking, are things that would make me not recommend this game to many of the people I know in real life. Because I think it would take the game from something that they absolutely love to something that they absolutely hate. Those two things. Yeah, it's kind of insane. Well, are you playing it yet, Butterfly? Because I know you were talking about playing it months ago when I was doing my last set. Because I'm not an expert. There are a lot of people out there doing No Man's Sky videos who are way better at it than I am. Um, I I'm just kind of making it up as I go along, which I enjoy, and it's a great game for that. I'm very worried about what Light No Fire is going to be like. Oh, I agree. The game is wonderful. Yeah, yeah. I get being sick. I have been quite unwell myself. Anyway, yeah, we're passionate because we care about it, and as I said, I'm not turning around and saying, oh, they need to fix it so that there's more options on this. I would like it, like they changed the space station design. I would like it if when you turned up to a space station, like 20% of them were the old design and 80% of them were the new design and stuff like that. So there was more variety. I would love it if they added more variety to stuff. I would love it if they had, better systems. I expect stuff like that is coming. World Part 2, I'm really interested to see. I love that the fact that this was a new design of this expedition, not just the just releasing it in the old format. I am hoping they do more of that. I love that all of this stuff comes for free, but these I'm not asking for big huge changes, graphics overhauls, any of that. I know they're working on that. I'm just asking for small, simple fixes, text display. I'm asking for things that will absolutely improve the game for a huge chunk of your player base without requiring huge amounts of effort. I would imagine with this game, you're probably talking about 2 days of FTE to fix the quest tracking one, and probably less than a week of FTE to do the planet tracking one. That would be an estimate. And if your developers are good enough to be doing what they're doing with this game now, I'm probably highballing that. Um, it's probably less. And yeah, I absolutely think they should be things. Um, but I mean, there is feedback for the game, but I provided some feedback. I don't know. I don't think that there's ever a chance that, you know, they're not going to care about anyone who's not a big, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to care about me. Like, I don't have many thousands of YouTube followers, so they're not going to care. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. That was a really fun expedition. This was my favorite so far. This was my favorite expedition so far. And I think it was because it engaged with systems that were in the game already. I really loved this one. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know if because I'm still sick, I don't know if I'll return to Cyberpunk. I probably will do a little bit more Diablo 3 today. Even though I've finished the season journey, I might want to finish off and see if I can get those final primals. Um, we will see what happens. I do want to start playing some story games, but I don't want to do it while I'm sick and I'm about to go into training, and I don't want to do anything new while I'm about to go into a week of just mental overload while I'm sick. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm sorry about ending this with criticisms, but I really do wish that they would fix just these niggling little problems. Yeah, thanks all, and as always, good luck with your journeys through space. Bye, everyone.